Why, hello there, welcome back to the Star Wars headquarters, and DICE just released the full patch notes for tomorrow's massive update, which will include the new planet Felucia, of course, for Capital Supremacy. We got instant action coming tomorrow. We also have the new 4-player co-op mode as well. And then we cannot forget about our clone commandos as well. So much stuff coming in tomorrow's update. And we're going to be talking about when you can expect to download tomorrow's big update. And I will also be going over the patch notes that were just released today that reveal the big changes to some of your favorite heroes, including Captain Phasma, Yoda, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Iden Versio, as well as some major tweaks to hero ability cooldowns, and so much more, such as improvements to Lightsaber Hero combat, and then more details on the 4-player co-op mode, and so much more. So, let's start off with the update times. Hit that like button if you cannot wait to download this update, and here it is. It's coming tomorrow, September 25th, and it's the same times that you're used to. So on the PC, it's going to arrive at 1 a.m. PT time, which is 8 a.m. UTC. It's going to be about 8 gigabytes on the PC, and then on PS4, it'll arrive about an hour later at 2 a.m. PT time, which converts to 9 a.m. UTC time. It'll be 6.12 gigabytes on the PS4, and then on the Xbox One, it's 3 a.m. PT time, and then of course that converts to 10 a.m. UTC time at 7.5 gigabytes. So this is a big update. Definitely one of the biggest updates for Battlefront 2, which is not a surprise. I mean, it's got so much content coming in the update tomorrow. And I'm going to go over the patch notes right now. I'm going to go over the most important details and not bore you with all the other stuff. There's some stuff in there that I've already gone over with you anyway, so I'm not going to bore you guys with that stuff. I'm going to go over the stuff that you don't know about. So, we're going to start off with the damage reduction messaging. I know it may sound like no big deal, but it's actually a pretty big change. So, it says the following. It says, we have added new UI and audio elements to let you know when you are dealing damage to an enemy that has a damage reduction applied. This is done because we want to help all players understand the game and its abilities better. Damage reduction can come from a number of different sources, most notably the Clone Commando's battle focus ability and hero effects like Grievous's star card Flesh is Weak or Anakin's Retribution ability. Now it goes on to say this, so when you are the attacker or attacking someone who has damage reduction, it says the following. It says you will hear a new audio effect to denote that you are dealing less than normal damage, and you will see a new icon appear on the enemy in question with each hit that you do. Also, the enemy in question will display a miniature version of that icon to the left of their name for as long as they have damage reduction. So this is going to be extremely helpful, especially if you find yourself with lower health and you realize you're going up against someone with damage reduction and you need to make a decision to either continue attacking them or retreat while they have this damage reduction active. So I think this is a really good change, especially if you are an attacker dealing with someone who has that damage reduction applied. So that's really cool to see that they've changed that. Now, if you are the person that has the damage reduction active, it says the following. It says, you will see the same icon as above beneath your health number for as long as you have damage reduction. Each time you take damage, your damage reduction icon will animate to bring attention to the fact that it has taken effect. So it's going to communicate it both ways, both when you are attacking someone who has the damage reduction and when you are that someone who's being attacked that has the damage reduction. So pretty cool change there. I think it's going to be a good UI interface change for sure. Now, let's go on to the hero changes, starting off with the hero ability cooldown changes. So this one's important because it says hero abilities will have no cooldown and will be instantly refunded when they are interrupted. So it says, for example, if Luke Skywalker tries to use his repulse ability but is pulled by Kylo Ren before the repulse effect happens, Luke will be pushed, but his repulse ability will instantly be available again. So this is a really good change for your abilities. Now, it then goes on to say if Luke managed to activate the repulse effect, the ability will enter cooldown as usual, and it says we have been working on diminishing the frustration of abilities getting interrupted. This is still an ongoing task. We will try to improve further and further in upcoming patches. So I love this change. I find it really frustrating when my abilities are canceled and then they go into that cooldown state and I didn't get the chance to use it. So I'm really looking forward to this change for the hero abilities. I think it's going to take away some of that frustration we all experience when having a force power used against us. So that's really good to know. Now, let's talk about changes to health bonuses. So it says the health bonus from the Officer's Battle Command, Yoda's Presence, and Finn's Big Dill should not stack anymore. So you can no longer take advantage of that. So that's a good nerf right there. Now, I think it's a good nerf. We'll see what happens with that. Now, with Lightsaber Heroes, they fixed an issue that could cause the deflect animation to not show locally, even though the player's deflecting. They made changes to reduce the risk of rubber banding when deflecting a lightsaber attack. They also updated staggers to give more control to the player being attacked, and they adjusted all Lightsaber Heroes dodge timings in order to let them move after the dodge animation earlier. And then they fixed an issue where Lightsaber Heroes would deflect the wrong blaster bolt color. So with all these Lightsaber Hero changes, hopefully it all goes well this time. As you know, they did make some changes to the Lightsaber Heroes previously that didn't go too well, so they had to revert those back, but hopefully they go well in this update. Now, let's talk about Iden Versio. So they increased Iden's alt fire recharge time from 2 to 2.3 seconds. So they kind of nerfed her in that way, I guess. And as you can see, I had a blast playing with Iden Versio during the Blaster Heroes event over the last weekend. And I have to say, I absolutely loved this event. Let me know what you thought about it. I really hope they continue doing these Blaster Hero only events and Lightsaber Hero only events. I absolutely had a blast. And I think it'd be interesting to see them have it where, they rotate between the two on a weekend, where one match is Blaster Heroes only, and then the next match is Lightsaber Heroes only, and then they rotate it between the two. What do you all think about this? Let me know in the comments, because again, I felt like it felt really balanced with the way they did it over the weekend with Blaster Heroes only, and I certainly did enjoy it. I had an absolute blast playing with everyone on our Facebook live streams, which you can check out at facebook.com/StarWarsHQ. I hope to see you there for tomorrow's update. Now, let's talk about Captain Phasma, who also has some very important changes in this update. It says Captain Phasma can now pick up the sentry droid. It says this should help Phasma relocate, as it was currently very frustrating to be locked in place or have to lose your turret for the duration of the cooldown. And it says Captain Phasma's sentry droid now is destroyed when she is defeated. So some really cool changes to Captain Phasma. I also had an absolute blast playing with her over the weekend event as well. So much fun playing with her and dominating with that sentry droid. And now it's going to be really cool to be able to pick it up and move it around. What do you think about this? Do you think it's going to make her too OP? You know, sometimes when I face off against Captain Phasma, I feel like she might be a little bit too OP with that sentry droid. So I still have to form my opinion on this when going up against her. But I do know that I'm going to like this change of being able to relocate her droid when playing as her. So that's going to be pretty cool. Now, also, let's talk about our little green friend, Yoda. So they made a lot of changes to Yoda, including reducing Yoda's health bonus from the Presence ability. They also took the base health bonus on troopers, reduced it from 100 to 70 points. They took the base health bonus on heroes and reduced it from 200 to 150 points. And then they reduced the delay until health starts depleting from 10 to 8 seconds. And Yoda's presence was the strongest bonus health in the game by far, and they're trying to reduce its impact on big game modes. So that's why they've been reducing this. Now, also, they reduced Yoda's dash attack damage from 130 to 85 points. Now, I'm not sure how I feel about this part because, again, Yoda, I've been really enjoying playing with Yoda, so I'm not sure how I feel about all of these reductions and nerfs to Yoda. I'm kind of on the fence about this one, and we'll see how it plays out. But my guess is I'm going to want it to be reverted to how it was, but we'll see how he plays when we play him in these different modes. Now, also, Obi-Wan had some changes as well. It says the animation of Obi-Wan's defensive rush ability has been improved for speed and accuracy, so that's good to hear. And then also they fixed Obi-Wan's defensive rush and attack, which caused all enemy stamina to drain. So I heard some complaints about that. That's good to hear that they fixed that as well. Now, with the game mode and map changes, if you play the extraction map rotation and the strike rotation, those two have actually been combined. So the extraction map rotation has now been combined with the strike rotation as a part of this update. My guess is they're doing this, of course, because player population in those modes is lower, and they're wanting to combine it so it's easier to matchmake into those modes. Now, with Arcade, they did make a pretty big change to the way credits are paid out. They said they increased the credits payout between 200 and 250 credits per round. Now, this may not sound like a lot, but it certainly adds up because you can now get a lot of credits because the maximum payout per day has been increased from 1,500 to 3,000 credits. So you can really take advantage of that if you want to go into arcade mode and earn some credits on the side. Now, vehicle changes, they tweaked the damage value for speeders so that they are prevented from potentially killing heroes in one shot. So the speeders affected with this are the Bark Speeder, the Stap Speeder, the LI UV on Starkiller Base, the X-34 Land Speeder on Tatooine, the 74Z Speeder Bike, and those changes will take effect, of course, in tomorrow's update. So that's good to know that when you're a hero, you won't be one-shotted with those darn speeders anymore, which is certainly annoying. And finally, we're going to wrap it up here by looking at the 4-player co-op. They listed each planet and if you will be defending or attacking. So it says each planet has its own experience, and this will see either the Separatist or Republic attacking. So it says on Camino, the Separatists will be attacking. On Geonosis, the Republic will be attacking. On Naboo, the Separatists will be attacking. On Kashyyyk, the Separatists will be attacking. And then on Felucia, the Republic will be attacking. So that's what's going to be happening with 4-player co-op. And I do believe that they will be updating this in October or in the coming months, where you'll have more options for the 4-player co-op. So that's really good to hear as well. But that's going to do it for the video. I know there's a lot that I went over in this video. I hope you did enjoy it. I'll be back again with more news and, of course, gameplay of Felucia, Clone Commandos, Instant Action, 4-player co-op tomorrow. So don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. I will see you all tomorrow, and may the Force be with you always.